All right, so the last lesson we had, okay, so the last lesson that we had discussed about what are the factors that prevent us from being, grateful about things that we have in life. We spoke about how negatively thinking about things can bring, can be a failure in getting in getting gratitude in life. Things that become familiar, things that gets familiar with us. We are used to listening to it, saying it every day. We don't think about it. Then we have something called a comparative mindset where we try and compare our life to somebody else's life, and in the process, lose the benefits or lose the shine that we have, lose to uh, see the shine that we have in our life. High expectations when we keep our targets so high that it takes us a lot of time to reach that or reach that target, and in the process we forget to thank everything else. And then emotional numbness, wherein you have a trauma or something that has hit you pretty bad, and you do not see the positive side of it, or you're not able to see the positive side of it. And in the process, you do not thank or show gratitude in things and uh, people around you. And the last one was not by job. Whenever something is being done and you don't want to thank it, or you don't thank it because you don't think yourself being involved in that. But it's not like that. For everything that happens in our life, even if we don't see the people involved in it, or even if we don't see the people's contribution into it, it is still something that we need to be thankful about. The things that are visibly around us and things that are not visibly around us, even in those cases, we need to be thankful about it. Being grateful or being showing gratitude is not just about things that you can see. It is also about things that you cannot see. So as the author had at many previous occasions said that you need to be thankful about the nature around you, the people around you, expectations, people who have come before you, people you don't see in your life, you still need to be thankful about it. And then we try to look into if your life is magical and what are the criterias that we have in our life which makes it magical, and how do we identify that the things that we are thankful. So normally things that are okay in your life, that is going on good in your life, is probably the factors or fields that you thank yourself a lot for. It could be it could be money, it could be health, it could be relationships, whatever goes fine. If it is going fine, probably you are being thankful about it. Right. So that was the thing. And once again, the writer brings in the statement or the line that she started this chapter with, or this uh, book with: whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. It's a beautiful line that the author has repeated a couple of times in this book. And she says that whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken. So we need to have this, we need to form a habit to have gratitude in our life. Find out reasons why you need to be thankful to and how you need to be thankful to. Now, the next chapter that we are doing is the magic formula. Now, how do you show that gratitude? Okay. Now, it starts with a sentence that is of a scholar and a statement, a Muslim scholar and a statement. He was basically an Iraqi, and Ibn Khaldun al Maktoum, Muqdiba. So he was an Iranian scholar, and the line is: knowledge is treasure, but practice is the key. This is something that happens in our real life as well. We think that when we have knowledge, that is everything. No, knowledge is just the key. You need to practice it. If you don't practice anything that you have in your life, no matter how good you are, you will not be there. I see a lot of people actually sitting and, trying to tell people, trying to tell the Indian cricket team how they should play. Arey, you should have done that. You should have taken a square cut. You should have left the ball. We always do that. Probably we know, things much better than the players out there. But then again, people who practice the knowledge, they are more proficient in it. They are better in it. They get better results out of it. Ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth magic, a person must first say the magic word. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way. So, if you want to bring the magic, you need to say the magic word first. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way. First, you must say the magic word thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the word thank you are for your life. To live in gratitude, to experience the magic in your life, thank you must become the two words you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. Now, you see, it is not just about saying thank you, but when you say thank you to someone, when you say thank you to anything that is around you, anything that you are blessed with, anything that comes into your life, anything that goes out of your life, anything that you do not receive, anything that you do receive, you need to say thank you. See, a lot of times our power of saying thank you gets overpowered by our, I would say, jealousy. For the lack of better words, I would use jealousy, because a lot of people would actually not say thank you for others. Right. Now, you have to understand one thing. If your neighbor gets a car, okay, you can thank for it, right? If your neighbor gets a car, you cribbing about it is not going to get you the car. But the way the things work is that you need to appreciate something for that thing to be there in your life. That is how it works. You need to appreciate whether you have it, whether you don't have it. You need to appreciate that. And you need to do that for everything that happens good in your life, around your life. You need to do that. They need to become your identity. So saying thank you with your heart needs to become your identity. Thank you is the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dream. So thank you is the bridge that can take you from the life that you are now to the life that you want. The magic formula. Deliberately think and say the magic word. Say the magic word thank you. Deliberately think and say the magic word thank you. Now, what does it mean? Deliberately think. Deliberately think means when you are saying thank you to somebody, put that thought in your mind why you are saying thank you. Have that at the back of your mind. So if I'm saying thank you to you for a pencil that you have given me, I should remember, I should play it like a movie at the back of my mind and say, okay, she has given me a pencil, thank you for it. So deliberately think and say the magic word thank you. So think about it and say, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words thank you, the more gratitude you feel. So the more you think about the word and express it, it weighs more. So you feel more gratitude about it. So when you say thank you to somebody, please make sure that you think why you are saying thank you. And that comes in your words as well. That comes in your tone. It comes in your pitch. It comes in your conversation when you think about it, because it shows that you actually mean it. And that is a game changer. The more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. So the more gratitude you feel in your life, the more abundance you receive. See, people are usually not, they will say that, oh, I don't have any reason to be thankful. And kuch khas hua nahi hai to be thankful. But you can be thankful for the fact that you got up in the morning. You can be thankful for the the fact that you had water today in the taps in your washroom. You could be thankful for the moment that today you can drive to your work, or today you can do this miniest or the minutest of the things that you're doing. As simple as that, you can be thankful for the fact that you have a thumb. See, if you don't have a thumb, try doing a lot of things in your day-to-day life without using the thumb, and you'll see how important the thumb is, because its presence we don't see. But that doesn't mean that, for everything that we do, we have to keep on saying thank you. But things that we want in our life, things that makes a difference, things that are standing out, thank you for it. And when you thank it, whether it is a person responsible for it, whether it's you responsible for it, whether it's a thing responsible for it, thank. Thank you that I'm alive today. Thank you that I could work. Doesn't mean that, you have to do that every time. But whenever it comes to your mind, when you get a chance, when you get a chance to say something wrong in life, you always have the chance to say that as right as well. So it's your choice. You can say that as wrong. You can say, "Oh my God, this car is pretty bad. I can't drive this. It's not good." You can also say it as that, thank you, car. This is good. Thank you very much. I am thankful for what it has done to me. At least it is taking you from one place to another. You saying this car is not good is not going to change the car, but you thanking that car for what it did in your present or in the past will probably get you a new car. So the choice is yours. You can choose to complain about something in life, or you can choose to say thank you for the same thing. So if you say a complain, you will not have gratitude, and probably what the car you have will also be taken back. But if you are grateful for the fact that you do have a car, no matter what condition is it, no matter even if no matter if it's not an Audi or a Mercedes, you have a car. Be thankful for it, and that will change a lot of things. That will show that you are thankful for what you have, and that is when the abundance comes. So, as she said in the first sentence here, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him. So, if you don't have gratitude for what God has already given you, what he has given you, that will also be taken. It is the same with us also. If somebody doesn't appreciate what we are doing, then it is eventually taken back from us. It eventually gets dried up. Gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel as much as you can, because it's the force of your feeling that accelerates the magic in your life. So gratitude is the force of feeling that accelerates the magic in your life. What does that mean? See, when you feel grateful for what you have, right? When you appreciate for what you have, then it shows that you are eligible for the better things. So if you don't have gratitude in your life, you will not accelerate the magic in your life. And if you don't believe in magic, you will not be able to see it as well. So it is all interconnected. They're saying that if you want to have that magic, if you want to magically change your life, you need to be thankful for things that you have right now. Right. Newton's law is one for one. That means if you have one, if you give one, you get one. What you give, you receive equally. That means if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the result in your life will expand to be equal to your feeling. So if you give one thank you, you will have 10 reasons to say thank you. If you say thank you for good life that you have today, tomorrow you will be able to thank you for a better day or a better life somewhere else, or even in India if you want. So please try to understand that as much as you say thank you, God, the universe gives it back to you in the same measurement. If you say one, you will get one. If you say 10, you will get 10 reasons to be thankful about. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are, and faster your life feels. So have that feeling, feel it when you say it. So when you say thank you, please feel the thank you. A lot of times, it doesn't work with people because they don't feel the thank you. They don't feel it from their heart. Why are they saying thank you? They just say thank you. Oh, thank you for this pen. Thank you for that. Thank you for my car. Thank you for my house. No, imagine it. Imagine you are living in that house. You're getting things. Thank you for it. Thank you. And trust me, this will drastically change the way you are as a person. A lot of times we are complaining. We are complaining about everything that we have, good, bad, whatever it is. It's complaining. It's a choice that we have at our hand. We can choose to complain about it. I can choose to complain about this pen for not being black, right? Or this pen for not being my favorite color, red. I can complain about it. Yeah, this should have been red. It would have looked really nice in my hand. But then, when I choose to complain about this not being red, I am choosing myself, I am choosing to ignore the fact that this has been with me for at least 1 year. It has helped me write numerous lessons. It has helped me take numerous sessions. I'm not thanking it for it, right? So it is my choice whether I want to thank this pen for it being there in my life and helping me, or it's not being the red color that I want. If I appreciate this thing, probably I'll get one. Not probably, definitely I'll get one which is red color. Doesn't mean that I stick on to this one, but this also doesn't mean that I keep cribbing about it. When you discover how little practice, when you discover how little practice, how when you discover how little practice it takes, how easy it is to incorporate how easy it is to incorporate gratitude into your daily life. And when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to see. So, when you start appreciating the smaller things in your life, that is when you will be able to see how things change. And most of the time, we live a life of complaint. We live a life of complaining about our life. We live a life of complaining about our work. We live a life of complaining about our relations, our people, our friends, our house, our society. Everything that we do, we complain. We are very good in complaining. Humans are very good in complaining. We love to complain about stuff, but we don't appreciate it. Just like saying sorry. How easily we say sorry to people. You bang into someone, you hit into someone, you will say sorry. You have an argument with someone, you will say sorry. You don't have a change in your pocket, you will say sorry. Do you realize how easy we say sorry? For sometimes, most of the times, even if it's not our fault, we will say sorry, but we will never say thank you. Something, very weird. Uh, there is a reverse way to think about it. Say, it is said that if you want to see the character of a man, try to see how he treats people lower than him. Does he treat him with gratitude, or does he treat him uh, with arrogance? So if you go to a hotel and if you see a guy calling Chotu, come here, idhar aa." So that is a different way. Or, excuse me, can you come here? That is a different way. Now, people people who give that respect, it is not just the respect they are giving, it is also the gratitude that they show to others. So we don't under we don't understand that, when people say, see the way he is treating others, it is not just for treating, it is also the gratitude he feels. So if you have that gratitude in you, your character will change, your persona will change. You will become a better person, a more polite person, a more cooler person, a more incorporating person, somebody who incorporates, has that patience in them. So that is why it is important. When you discover how little practice it takes, how little practice it takes means it is very easy to incorporate saying thank you in our life. So when you say thank you, please don't just say dry thank you or thank you, thank you. Don't do that. See the reason why you are saying thank you. Think about the reason why you are saying thank you. It is important that you acknowledge why you are saying thank you for. When you go to God, when you pray, you do pray. If you have something specific on your mind, you tell God, okay, thank you very much for doing this. Thank you very much for doing that. do that thing. And it is easy, how easy it is to practice it. We just don't do it. We just don't try it. It is sar jhukana, to bow your head in front of people is much more difficult than thanking somebody. But we choose to say sorry. हम सॉरी आराम से बोल देते हैं, किसी को भी सॉरी बोलते हैं, आते जाते एवे गए, बस किसी को भी सॉरी बोल सकते हैं. But we do not say thank you to people who are the closest to us. Even then we don't thank them. We probably don't thank our mothers for making the food. We probably don't thank our family members to doing छोटी मोटी चीजें. बट बी थैंकफुल, वो हैं, माँ है इसलिए वो बना करके खिला सकती है, बाप है इसलिए ही कैन प्रोवाइड फॉर यू. बी थैंकफुल फॉर एवरीथिंग, बी थैंकफुल फॉर दैट. And when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to. And if you're able to incorporate this one skill in yourself, being thankful in life, being there in life, you can literally change the way you think. You can literally change the way your life goes through. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot, your life will change dramatically and in ways that you can hardly imagine. So, if you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot, your life will change dramatically and in ways that you can hardly imagine. So it depends on you. It's your choice how you want to change your life. Don't change it because don't say it because you want to say it, but say it because you want to change your life. So if you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. So gratitude is directly proportional to your life. So if you say gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot, your life will change dramatically. So it's your choice how you want to change your life, how you want to put life, how you want to take your life to. All right. So the next chapter is a magical book. Now, this is from where the actual learnings about gratitude starts. As we express our gratitude, we must, okay, you can actually discuss about this picture a lot. There are a lot of things this picture tells us about us or about, what she's saying. But I think we will start it from probably when we are starting the practice, not now. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is to not utter words but to live by them. So, a lot of times we express gratitude for people, but it is just in the words that we do that. I'll tell you an example. When we have a maid, right? A lot of times people who work in our house, we tend to say thank you, bhaiya, thank you, ma, thank you, ma. We do this. A lot of times we do this. We say thank you to them, but do we actually feel that thank you? Do we actually consider them? Do we actually are nice to them? No. We just say thank you for the sake of saying thank you. And that thank you doesn't work. If you want to really be thankful for something or somebody, feel that thing. Doesn't hurt you. Be nice to them and acknowledge what they are doing. See, your maid works in your house for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 rupees probably. But understand that she is coming to your house. She is cleaning your dirt. You might be paying her. You might be paying her. Agreed. But she might be, she's cleaning up your dirt. She's cleaning up your vessels that you eat and live. She's cleaning up your laundry that you soil and you keep. And you think that just giving, just giving that salary is enough. No, it's not. So when you appreciate people from the bottom of your heart, trust me, that's a positive vibe. And when you give that positive vibe, you get that positive vibe back. That is how gratitude works. It is about the vibe that you give. It is about the positivity that you give. So when you appreciate them from your heart, saying that thank you, Didi, thank you. Thank you, भैया आपने ये करा. This is what you did. Thank you very much. Say it with your heart and say it with your smile. Look into their eyes and say, and trust me, you do this one time and you will see the difference in the way they behave with you, because they will understand your emotion. People understand our emotions even when we don't speak. So when you try to bring gratitude, mean it. Don't just say it for 3:30. Thank you. So when I really need to switch this off. So when you say thank you, try to mean that thank you in your life. Don't just say it for the sake of saying it. If you are saying thank you to somebody, say it with your heart and soul. At least for the moment, be present there. Mean it when you say that, and then see how it differs. How what is the difference that it makes in your life? In this book, there are 28 magical practices that have been specifically designed that you learn how to use gratitude's magical power to revolutionize your health, money, job, and relationships, and to make your smallest desire and your biggest dreams come true. So she has started with 28 magical practices that the author says is going to revolutionize, is completely going to change the way your things like your health, money, job, and relationships are, and to make your smallest and your biggest dreams come true. So, your smallest and the biggest dreams can come true with this. It is you will also learn how to practice gratitude to dissolve problems and transform any negative situation. So this is from where it becomes interesting. She has said that I will tell you how to practice gratitude or how to bring gratitude into your life and transform any negative situation. So any negative situations that you have, she has said that she will help you transform that negative situation. You will be captivated while you read this life-changing knowledge, but without practice, what you learn, the knowledge will slip through your fingers, and the opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life will be gone. So remember one thing, reading this book is one thing, practicing this is the other thing. So, reading this book will not make you happy. It will just give you the knowledge. The practice that you put this book into is what will make you happy. So if you read it and say, हाँ ठीक है, मुझे पता है, I know what gratitude is, what magic is. No, it's not gonna help you. It is not going to bring it into your life. So you need to practice this for its effects to be shown. If you cook something, you know. If you drive a bike, if you know, if you cook something, you know the practice. The more you cook it, the better you get with it. The same if you drive a bike, the more you drive, the better you get with it. So it is about practice that is required in here for you to do this. To ensure this doesn't happen to an opportunity that you're attracted to easily change your life will be gone. To ensure this doesn't happen to you, you need to practice gratitude over 28 days so that you impregnate your cells and your subconscious mind with it. Only then it will change your life permanently. So this is something tried and tested, and the reason why this book is so famous and so sought after is because if you really bring this practice into your life in the next 28 days, you will be able to train your cells into uh, into learning the trick. See, you know why it is important for you to learn this. Uh, People who don't eat non-veg or people who eat non-veg, uh, there was a new study that is conducted and practiced. It is said that when an animal is slaughtered or when an animal is cut, you know, the the pain that the animal feels gets transferred to its every cell in the body, right? And then it is dead. When we eat that animal, something called cellular memory, cellular recall of the memory is there. So that pain comes to us. That is why people don't feel good after. A lot of people don't feel good after eating non-veg. A lot of people like it, so they eat it. It's not saying that, but a lot of people who are beyond a certain age, you feel that pinch, you feel that pain when you eat non-veg. Maybe not right now, but as you understand life, as you understand things around you, you start appreciating the fact that it's a living thing, and you feel that pain, and eventually you'll stop eating non-veg. A lot of people, if you see, they stop eating non-veg as they grow old. It's not because they cannot digest it or anything else, because there are people who eat it and they still digest it. But a lot of people, it dawns on them, they understand the fact that these animals feel the pain, and they somehow feel it as well. So we have something called cellular memory. So if we need to change a habit in us, we need to do it as a cellular level, right from the origin, where we are made, what we are made up of. We need to put that habit at our cellular level so that it remains in our life permanently. It changes our life permanently. The practices are designed to be completed over 28 consecutive days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and new way of life. Practicing gratitude is a concentrated effort over consecutive days, guarantees that you will see the magic take place in your life and fast. So she goes on to say that the practices are designed to be completed over 28 days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit. So this is done step by step, but it has to be done continuously. And one thing, let me tell you this, if you break it somewhere in between, you will have to start from one. So please try not to break it, and you have to practice it daily on a daily basis. Practicing gratitude in a concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic in life. And it is a guarantee that if you practice this over the period of 28 days, you will see the magic that happens in your life. Completely 100% sure this will happen. Within each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous way. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works. See, this is something very, very important. It is not just about gratitude. And since I always say this, a lot of this knowledge is taken from our Vedic literature. It covers a lot of aspect of our day-to-day life. It covers a lot of aspect of how we think and do stuff in life. Right. And it that is why it has the power not to just change or bring something good in your life, but also to change how your entire persona is. Your entire persona as a person, you become a better person. Not saying that you are not a better person, but you go higher to a higher level. Right. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have a life you have dreamed of. So, you will understand how your life works, and you will also understand and get how whatever you wanted in your life. The first 12 practices, now, this my colleague had already said this to you. The first 12 practices use magical power of gratitude. So, the first 12 practices are for the magical power of gratitude for what you have and for what you have received in the past. So this again, as I said, from our Vedic literature, it is it is about thanking the past. It is about thanking things that were in the past. If you quickly, if you can see this is about, mm, I would say, Pitran, right? About being grateful to the ancestors and what you have. Also about the Bhutaran, being grateful to the nature uh, around us. So, okay. So, the first 12 practices use the magical power of gratitude for what you have now and what you have received in the past. Because unless you are grateful for what you have and what you have received, the magic won't work. Now, look at this beautiful thing that we don't realize in our life is that if we are not thankful for what we already have, then you will not get more of it. Trust me, you will not get more of it. Be thankful for what you are blessed with. Be thankful for what you already have in your life. And it's only when you are thankful in your life that gives you an anchor. See, there are trees that are anchored to the ground, and there are trees that are floating in life, right? Or there are trees which grow on other trees as parasite. But for you to grow strong and good in life, you need to be anchored to a point. That is very important. And when you are grateful to the things that you have in your life, That is like an anchorage you have in your life. You are anchored when you start thinking about things. You try this yourself. When you start thinking about things that you have in your life, you feel connected to that thing. It takes us to repeat, it takes us, it takes us to repeat things or say things to ourselves for things to be rooted in life. It is important that we do that. Agar, it is important when you love somebody in your life, it is important to tell them that I love you. When you care for somebody in life, it is important to tell them that I care for you. When you tell somebody that he or she is intelligent, or your child is intelligent, it is important that you tell your child that you are intelligent. So in our life, for something to become confirmed or reconfirm things, or to make things concrete, it is important that we tell it, that we say it, that we acknowledge it. And that is exactly what she tells in here, that the first thing that you have to do to receive that magic is to thank what you have. Find out reasons to thank. We will see how it is done, but please be thankful for what you have. Right, because unless you are grateful for what you have and what you have received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. So, unless and until you are thankful for what you have, your magic will not work and you will not receive more. These first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. And as we go ahead with these 12 steps of gratitude, you will see a drastic change in the way you think, the drastic change. एक स्थिरता आती है जिंदगी में. You get that hold in life. You are no longer in that fast pace. You will slow down, no matter how fast pace you live in life, but you will slow down. Initially, it will not show into your entire life. Initially, it will come in patches. Some things you will slow down. गुस्सा कम होगा, लोगों से सही से बात करोगे, या फिर you will smile a lot, you will say thank you a lot, you will express yourself a lot. It will come in small patches. एकदम से, it is not going to come, it's not going to sweep over you. It will come in patches, small, small, small patches, and then those patches grow. So, if this is your life, it's not going to change completely. Small spots, here and there, it will come. And then these spots will increase. So your life will not go, but the spots will start increase, and it will start covering your life. That is how, gratitude works. So this is how it works. So छोटी सी चीज, it will change, and then it will change the entire thing in your life. Right. The next 10 practices use magical power of gratitude for your desires, dream, and everything you want. So those 12 practice will put you in motion. The next 10 will put you for your desires and everything you want. So for everything else, you have got this next 10 practices. Through these 10 practices, you will be able to make your dreams come true, and you will see the circumstance of your life change, life magically change. So once you follow these ten steps, your dreams will start coming true. Now understand one thing, this is not a change of your thought process. This is not a teaching. Understand this clearly. This is not a teaching. This is a way of life, right? It is not about teaching you, you have to do this or you have to do that. No, they are not teaching you anything. You have to change the way of life. They're asking you to change the way of life. They're asking you to incorporate something into your life. And if you know the word, if you know how the word religion, right? The word religion doesn't exist in the Hindi language or in the Indian subcontinent language. It doesn't exist. We don't have the word religion. There is no word for religion in Hindi or in any other Indian language word. What we call for the religion is dharma. It is not religion, it is a way of life, right? So we have been taught to have a good way of life. Religion is the concept that came to us through the Western world. Indian Vedic system The Indian subcontinent languages that we do not have the word religion in it. It is the way of life. We have dharma, you know, Kshatriya dharma or whatever dharma you have in your life. So you have dharma, and dharma is actually a way of life. If you look into it, the meaning of the word dharma is how you live your life, and that is exactly what she's saying. She's not asking you to follow this as a religion. It is how you incorporate this as a habit in your life, how you change the way you live your life, and that is what changes everything around you. Change the way you live the life and everything else changes, right? That is exactly what she is trying to say. And the third one, the last six practices take you to a whole new level where you'll be saturating gratitude into every cell of your body and mind. So the last six ones. So first one is 12 to put you in track, right? To help you realize it. The next 10 is to get what you want and materialize your dreams. And the next six is to fill up. Saturate means to fill up every cell in your body with gratitude, every cell in your body and mind with gratitude. It says you will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people dissolve problems and improve any negative situation or circumstance you may encounter throughout your life. So, this is like the PhD in your gratitude. So, this is the graduation, the post graduation, let's say high school graduation, then comes the PhD, wherein you will learn how to help others with the gratitude that you have learned. So this is to put first 12 is to put your life straight, introduce you to uh, gratitude, how it works, and the next 10 is for you to get what you want in life. And after that, the last six takes you to the whole level where you will become an expert and you will be able to help people with that. Now, how do we do it? You don't need to clear your calendar because each of the practice has been specifically created to fit into your everyday life, whether it is work days, weekends, holidays, or vacations. Gratitude is portable. You can take it with you wherever you go, and whenever you go, the magic happens. Now, this is very important paragraph that you don't have to do anything specific. As I was telling, this is the way of life. You're not doing a ritual. You don't have to follow a ritual. It's कोई चीज नहीं है जो आपको करना पड़े, टाइम निकालना पड़े. You have to take out time to do that. It is not that. It is just that we we just follow a lifestyle. We put a lifestyle into use. And that is why it is so beautiful and so easy that you can live it on a daily routine without making any changes. Right. So, if you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. To ensure that you don't reduce the magic, if you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practice again from there. Now, this is something that you'll have to keep in mind when you do this, that if you miss a day, you will have to go back 3 days. So, as we start this, if you miss a day, you will have to go back 3 days. And this is really, really important that if you miss a day, you'll have to go back 3 days. All right. Some practices are designed for the morning and others are designed to do throughout the day. So read each day's practice first thing in the morning. Some practices will need to be read the night before because they begin when you wake up. And I will tell you when to do this. So some practices are designed for morning, some practices are designed for throughout the day, and some practices are designed before you go back to sleep, right? And she will tell that this book will tell you how it is to be done and how you can do this. You might want to read the next day practice every night before you go to sleep in order to be prepared. If you do, make sure to read the practice. Reread the practice again in the morning. So it is sometimes you have to read the practice that you have to do for the morning, next day morning. You can read it, but make sure that you reread it in the morning. So don't depend on your memory, right? This is important because right here she is telling you she is trying to bring that lifestyle change for you. right? जब जब हमें डायबिटीज होता है, when we have diabetes or when we get pressure or blood pressure or anything that we have, we are prescribed a medicine that we have to take at a particular time, right? There's a reason for it because it works in a cycle in tandem with your day-to-day life. The same thing happens in here. We are trying to put a lifestyle change. She's trying to do a lifestyle change, and she wants you to do this in the right way. So it is important that we follow it so that ensure that things get the right result. If you don't want to follow the 28 magical practice consecutively, you can use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve. So this is another way to do this, is that you can take up one magical challenge or one magical trick that you want to change for one particular problem in your life. You can follow it and then you can go from there. And you could do that practice 3 days in a row for every day for a week. So you can do this as well. Take one problem or take one practice and do it for 3 days in a week, right? So 3 days in a week, so that for a week, or you could do one magical practice a week or two practices a week. The only difference being that it will take you longer to see the changes in life. So you can do one practice in a week. You can keep repeating one practice every day for 1 week, or you can take two practices and repeat it for 2 weeks, however you want to do it. But the thing is that if you do it in a longer way, it will take more time for you to see results, right? So it is advisable if you can. We will recommend you a book. We will recommend you, we'll send you the PDF files wherein you can try and do this. You can write it down and you can do that. But try to keep it as 28 days because that is the best and the easiest way for you to, you know, for you to get the results in here. Once you have completed the 28 magical practices, you can use particular practices to increase the magic where or when you have a specific need, such as for health or money. If you want to receive your dream job, you have increased success in your work, or improve relationship, or to continue practice of gratitude, you can open this book at random. And whichever practice you open is the one you're attracted to. So the perfect way to do that day. So this is something else that she tells, that once you completed your practice, once you completed your learning about the 28-day thing, whatever, whichever you want um, in your life, whichever things you want to be multiplied, you can take the practice for that particular thing and do that. Now, the reason she tells you this is because she has very specifically clarified, divided, practices that are for whatever it is needed, for money, for health, for relationships. She has divided it. And she says that if you want to do it, if you want to do it specifically for one thing, you can take up that practice and repeat it. She goes on to say that in case you are not sure about it, you can go ahead and open this book at random, and whichever practice you open is the one you can attract it to. So we can also open it in a random way, and it is believe, or you can think that whichever page comes to you, that is the practice that requires you to work on. At the end of the 28 magical practices, these are also there are also recommendations of practices you can use in combination, which will accelerate the magic in specific areas of your life. So now understand one thing, she is not asking you to do a magic stuff. She's not asking you to do a ritual. She's asking you to make a lifestyle change. So there, if you want something to happen on a faster scale, or if you want something, you can also club two practices or one or two practices to get the result that you look for. You overdo gratitude? No, never. You can never overdo that. Can your life become too magical? Right. Hardly. It will not happen. So it is not like that you can overdo it, so things become too much. No, it will not happen. So gratitude, no matter how much ever you do, it will always be less than what you have. This is the beauty of it. You cannot thank enough for things that you have. So you can never overdo gratitude. Use the practice over and over so that gratitude seeps into your consciousness and becomes second nature to you. So use it and use it all the time whenever you can. After 28 days, you will have rewired your brain and implanted gratitude in your subconscious mind, where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situation. So after 28 days of practicing gratitude, it eventually becomes, you know, it eventually becomes something, a part of your subconscious mind, right? And when it becomes part of your subconscious mind, it becomes a part of your habit. So if you know about this thing, you have got the pre-conscious, you have got the conscious, and the unconscious. Also, it can be described as conscious, subconscious, superconscious, right? So you have got three levels of mind: the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. Three levels of it. Conscious mind is what we speak, you and me, when we speak together. That is the conscious mind. And your subconscious mind is what gets the emotion, how you understand what the emotion the person is speaking with, the intent the person is speaking with. Subconscious mind drives us for things, right? So that is the hierarchy that we have: subconscious mind, we have got a conscious mind, subconscious mind, and a superconscious mind. And everything that we do depends on these, these minds. It is called the awareness level. So when you train something too many times, it becomes a part of your subconscious mind. It will still do it even if you don't understand it. It will still do it even if you don't remember it. It will still do it because it has become part of your subconscious mind. So when you practice this over the period of time, it becomes a part of your subconscious mind, and you'll be able to do this without being too much focused on doing it. It will still do it, right? It is something like, something like muscle memory, or something like, when we go and drive a car. It's not that we sit on the car and we ask our brain, I'm sitting in the car, what do you want me to do next? Oh, you put the key in. Brain, I have put the key in, what do you want me to do next? No, switch the car on. Brain, I have switched on the car, what should I do now? It's not like that. When you're driving a scooty, you don't just sit on the scooty and say, brain, I'm holding the scooty, what I should do now? Give accelerator, but brain, I'm holding the brake. So no, leave the brake and then give accelerator. We don't do that. We probably drive a scooty with a phone at our ears like this, and we'll drive, right? So who controls, when we are talking to somebody over the phone, who controls the bike? You control it, but how do you control it? It is in your muscle memory, it is in your subconscious mind, how to drive it. And that is what becomes a part of your life when you train yourself over and over again. It gets implanted in your conscious and your subconscious mind, where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situation. Right now, people who ever had a issue over fighting, you know this thing, for that, if you ever had an argument with anybody, what becomes your first language? Your first language of fight is always your mother tongue. What language do you dream in? You will always dream in your mother tongue. You will not dream in English, no matter how good your English is, unless and until English is your mother tongue. So if you ask me, an American would probably dream in English, because that is his mother tongue. That is what his subconscious mind is trained in. But an Indian, if he has a tongue, Indians do have two or three. They're always bilingual. So if you speak more than one language, you will always dream in your mother tongue, because that is what your subconscious mind is trained in. That is exactly what comes to this thing, that what she wants to explain, that when you try and do things in the right order, when you practice this thing, it becomes a part of your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And in every situation, the first thing that the mind will find refuge or go in is what you have learned. The magic you experience will be your inspiration, because as you incorporate gratitude into your days, they will be nothing short of spectacular. So you will see an amazing change in yourself. You will see an amazing change in the way you handle stuff. You will see an amazing change in the way you tackle people around you, not because of anything, but because you are incorporating the the magic in your life, right? And this is what is important. I wanted to tell you about what we call the types of mind that is there in our Vedic system. But if you can find it out, we have this. This might help you. We have Manas. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, we have Manas. Then we have Buddhi. Manas is the first level. Buddhi is the second level. The third is Ahankar. Third is Ahankara, and the last one is Chitta. Right. We'll see if I can discuss about this to find and tell you how the conscious mind works in understanding a concept and doing it. But if you get the time, if you can do that, you can also go through, you can also see in Google and find out what Manas does to you, what Buddhi does to you, what Ahankara does to you, and what consciousness or the Chitta does to you. The Chit, Charo Khane Chit bolte hain na, that Chit does to you. So you can do that. And from the next day, that is from tomorrow, uh, we will have, we will start how to design our dream, how to design our life, and we will see the things that we need, how to do it. So I have an entire way that we can work this out and how to do, you know, how to mentally sit yourself, how to mentally step by step how to design what you want in your life derived from this book itself. But we will discuss about it and we will see how systematically we can build the consciousness or we can build things around us. And that will be the start of designing your life. It is not designing your just the dreams. When we say dreams, these are things that you want in your life. So from tomorrow, we will sit down and we will go through how to systematically design stuff, how to systematically source things to make things. If you want to make a very good dinner, if you want to make a very good food at home for any special occasion, you take a food, you think of a food कि अच्छा चलो मुझे आज बिरयानी बनानी है, have to make biryani, and then you do the sourcing of biryani, then you do the layering of biryani. Everything that we have in our life, there's a systematic way it is done. So food is done systematically. It is not done, randomly. No. It is done systematically. There is a step for it. If you want to make good biryani, you need to follow that step. If you want to make a good pulao, you need to follow those steps. You just cannot put everything in one basket and cook it off. It doesn't work like that. So if you want to make a good curry, you need to fry your onions first, you need to fry your masalas first, you need to grind them, you need to let them cook. Then you put the pieces, let it wait, steam it out, let it cool, add whatever you want to add salt into it, and then cook it. So the same way, everything that you do in your life, it's systematic, and we need to know how to put systematic things in a systematic order, because when we put things in a systematic order, the thing turns out to be very beautiful, strong, and fruitful for us. And that is what we will do in manipulating, or not manipulating, in creating the dreams, creating what we want, designing our lives. So from the next session tomorrow, we'll work how to design our life, how to systematically sit down and design our life. So thank you very much for listening to me, and it was great. Thank you very much for your time. We will start this thing, What Are Your Dreams, from the next session tomorrow. Till then, take care of yourself. God bless, and have a lovely day ahead of you. Thank you. Thank you.